I thought that last night we were going to hear some kind of answer. Instead, we heard more of the same.
South Bend Mayor Pete Buttigieg responding to Governor Mike Pence's stance on LGBT protections in Indiana. And new at 11, that issue is expected to dominate the legislative session in Indy. There is not a lot of agreement on how to move forward. WSBT 22's Patrick Roth is here. And Patrick, this issue has divided the state.
Rick, if you're hoping to see this issue resolved, well, you're going to be waiting a while. In the battle between religious liberty and LGBT protections, there's very little common ground. LGBT protections was not a priority in Governor Pence's State of the State address. It is the issue that everyone is talking about. And there are two very different takes as to how the governor handled the issue.
I think the general sense was I was looking for more. I think a lot of people said something along those lines. I was hoping there would be more.
When I heard Mike make his statement last night, I thought he's in a good place.
Some argue that by not taking a stronger stand on LGBT rights, Governor Pence risks having a repeat of last year's RFRA debate, when several businesses threatened to boycott the state.
Just the other day, I was hearing about a business opportunity coming to our state, but a company that really cares about equality. And I'm worried whether they will think twice about coming here, given that the governor decided not to lead on this issue.
I would say this: if businesses don't want to come to Indiana because they don't like Midwestern values, and they don't like pro-family values, and they don't like heartland values, I'm not worried about that.
Some say any extension of the Civil Rights Code to the LGBT community would limit their ability to act on their faith.
Nobody's been able to say, we're going to uphold constitutional rights of faith, and we're going to give special status in the law to aberrant sexual practices, to behavior-based groups.
Buttigieg points to South Bend and several other cities that have LGBT protections as an example that the rest of the state should follow.
We haven't had any of the problems that people were afraid might materialize back in 2013. And we had the benefit during Indiana's national humiliation of being able to say, hey, our city's different and we can prove it because we have this law.
Now, there is a bill in the Indiana Senate that would offer some protections to the LGBT community, and it also grants exceptions based on religious beliefs. Problem is, both sides really dislike this bill. Conservatives say they don't want to see any kind of special protections or special rights granted to the LGBT community, and the other side says this bill doesn't go far enough. Rick, they point to the fact that no other group has that kind of exception when it comes to civil rights.